Hello world, hello world. Welcome back to my channel. Call me Biz. Catfishing the KKK. Josh Johnson. Shouts to Josh. Y'all told me about him a while ago. I never checked him out, but recently he's been popping up on my YouTube shorts. Y'all know me, man. I'm a YouTube shorts guy. That's how I discover a lot of things, all right? I don't do Instagram no more. I don't do none of that. I just be on YouTube most of the time. And I watched, he did like a 30 to 40 minute bit on Luigi, you know, the guy that, you know, y'all know about Luigi. And it was hilarious the whole time. And I'm like, yo, let me check out what y'all told me to check out. So this is it. If y'all want to see more of Josh Johnson on this channel, let me know what's next in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, let me know how you feeling, hit that subscribe button. And another thing, shout outs to all the members of this channel. I do appreciate y'all. Much love, and you too can become a member, you feel me? Yeah. Oh, so this is 7 years ago, so this is way back. Not the stuff like he got the, every time I see him he got like a gray hoodie and like long hair. I'm looking at the thumbnail, it looks like he has no hair, so this is a younger him. We're gonna go ahead and watch. All right, no more ghost watching, let's get it.
He was named one of Comedy Central's New Faces to Watch, has been featured on season 1 of Kevin Hart's Heart of the City. Please welcome Josh Johnson.
I grew up in Louisiana. Yeah, see.
One person said woo.
Whenever I do that, some people will woo, but that's for New Orleans, which
There's shots in New
is
Orleans.
the best part. Like, New Orleans to Louisiana is like if you had the most beautiful blue eye, but your whole face was fucked up. Like, that's what that's what it's like being from that state.
I get it.
But I grew up in Louisiana, and when I was 13 or 14, my family got the first like home computer. Like, still, like, had a whole city behind it with a big monitor, but like it was a computer. And my mom was really excited because it meant now I could do my homework at home and I wouldn't have to stay at the library for hours, and I was excited for different reasons. Right, and like, I don't know if I'd scream it, but I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. I had a couple. I had like the bunch, you know, like the type 5, but like not a lot of friends to do things after school with or anything. I wasn't particularly athletic, so after school I just had to go home. Like, if you're not gonna play a sport or you're not gonna like join a mathletes club, you have to go home. We can't just have you sitting here with the other kids that are doing things.
That's how that works.
And so I went home, and I was also a point in my life where I was being left alone at home for the first time. So I was 14, and my mom's like, look, if you die while I'm not here, you were never gonna make it. So like, you need to start fending for yourself. You should know how to use an oven, you know? And so I would get home, and I'd beat my mom home by like 1 or 2 hours, you know? So I was just me at home alone with the computer by myself for like 1 or 2 hours. And so I discovered Craigslist.
Oh man, remember Craigslist?
And I was so fascinated, like the fact that you could look up all these like misconnections and like favors and like odd jobs and renting apartments. So I would just get home from school every day and just like read Craigslist. It's nonstop, just like every facet, like men seeking women, women seeking men, like every part of Craigslist. I was just like people selling their car, but like trying to give the backstory so they could use words to somehow overshadow the beat up car that they were trying to sell. There's a lot of history behind it because you don't know this car was the car that like Snoop Dogg rode in the back in once, and he got really sick and threw up. That's why there's that stain there. It's like a Snoop Dogg stain that like no one would have got otherwise. Like you can only get a Snoop Dogg stain in this car. And so I would do it. I would just read Craigslist every day after school. And I didn't tell anybody I was doing this, but I would be like really excited to get home. Like I just be like, oh man, where are we gonna have now? Cause like I'd even read the misconnection and be like, hey, look, I met you and we were at a club and you had like hair and stuff. And I remember you had one eyebrow, which is weird they didn't start with you had one eyebrow. You had the thing that most people have and one eyebrow, and we just had a great conversation. I couldn't really hear you, but like I could feel you. And so if you reading this right now, hit me up. And so naturally, when you're 13, 14, whatever, you're not a person yet. So you're kind of a monster. And it wasn't long before I came home reading Craigslist every day before I decided to get involved.
He got involved.
And so I started just like starting these correspondence with people, you know, like on misconnections or what. I pretend to be the person that they had the conversation. So I was like, yeah, baby, I got one eyebrow and the other one coming in, you know?
The other one's coming in.
And I was doing it every day for like months. And then some people, I would give myself away by being too into it and they know it wasn't the person and they wouldn't respond. But other people, we get like a long correspondence for a while. And I remember one day I was, just sitting at the computer, just really excited to get into it. It was just a Tuesday and I didn't have anything else to do. And this was a 2-hour window day, not a 1-hour window. And so on this particular day, I was just scrolling through all of Craigslist and I saw that there was an ad. The ad just read, "Join the KKK."
Oh, shit.
Question mark. And so naturally, I was like, dope. And so I started a correspondence with this dude named Dale. And like, I felt kind of bad because like, if you're hurting that bad in 2004 for recruitments that you need a Craigslist ad, then we must be making progress. Like,
America is a better place.
You know, the world's getting better. And so I talked to Dale a little bit, just emailing back and forth. I was like, hey, what's up? I'm white.
Why would you even have to say that?
You want to chill sometime and talk to... And by chill, I don't mean the way black people use chill. I mean actually go somewhere cold and hang out together as friends. And to my surprise, the next day, I had an email from Dale.
Oh, shit.
That was like, hey, great to meet you. You seem like a cool guy. And all of our correspondence for the first couple days was like the most basic, just like, oh man, you like Star Wars too? So do I as well. Like I couldn't be natural on the thing. Like I was so nervous every time I typed. But then once we really got like a rapport built up, he was like, we should meet. I want you to meet the brothers. And I was like, that sounds great. And I grew up in Alexandria, Louisiana, which if you've never been there, don't know what it is, you're doing fine. So I guess you don't need to. But there's this bar called Finnegan's. And I was like, hey, Dale, look, just meet me at Finnegan's and we'll sit down, we'll have a chat and everything. And then if you really like me, you can introduce me and the other brothers and we can all be a family.
We could all be a family.
And so the next day comes, and naturally I don't show up. I don't want to die. I was never gonna.
I'm trying to see how he gets
That'd be
through
insane.
this.
No. But he hits me up the next day after school, and I should point out that like for 2 weeks I was running home mainly to talk to Dale. I wasn't even reading Craigslist anymore. I had 6 friends, and Dale was one of my best ones. But I came home the other day, and he was like, hey, I went to Finnegan's, and I waited on you, and you didn't come, man. Why would you stand me up like that? And I was like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. And so I came up with an excuse, and this is like, you know, we're talking 2004, we're talking before like everybody had a cell phone, you know? So it's like some people still, you know, didn't have a cell phone and they made plans and they went out and they did them.
I didn't have
you know?
one.
And so if there was a hiccup, you just had to roll with it because you couldn't just text someone like, hey, I'm totally not going to abide by the plan now. I've chosen a different plan, I'm letting you know now. So for a week, I just like kept getting Dale to eat and shop alone. Like,
Poor Dale.
and each time I had a great excuse. Like each time I was like, oh, my mom fell, and like I just had to be there with her and everything. And every day he understood, and he was like, you know what, you did the right thing, brother. You know.
Very understanding.
And I remember one day especially he was particularly upset because he had come home, emailed me that evening, but I didn't see it till the next day. And he was like, you never came to Target. I was in Target by myself for 3 hours. I bought a popcorn maker. I don't even need a popcorn maker. I was just in Target by myself and bored. And I was waiting on you. Now I got a popcorn maker in front of me. And what are you going to do about this popcorn maker? And I was like, bruh, I'm so sorry. And by bruh, I do mean shorthand for brother, not the way that black people use it.
It's giving so many
I'm so
hints.
sorry.
It's black.
I just, you know, my girlfriend, she tripped. And it was always women falling.
Yeah,
Like, I'm surprised that he never caught on. Every time it was like, oh yeah, my great aunt just hit a stair. Or like just the worst lies. That's a 14-year-old idiot. And even now, I'm like, wow, like, I was alone with a computer, and I just catfished the Klan. I can't think of anything dumber or more porn would have been better. Porn would have been normal. You thought you were about to hear a story about porn. And instead, it just took a wild turn. And then finally, you know, after, I think it was a week and a half, he was very resilient. They must be hurting for numbers. Because after a week and a half, he was finally like, okay, you know what? Ball's in my court now. I'm going to set a time. I'm going to set a place. And if you don't come, then don't ever talk to me again.
Oh.
And I was like, fair enough, okay? You've been so patient with me. I really just want to be part of the brotherhood. Just let me know where I need to be. And then he picked Finnegan's again. There's not that many places to go in my town. And naturally, I didn't show up. I didn't hear from him again. And I've noticed this trend online that's kind of disheartening, where like now people are being called racist, but for like nothing. Like actually not. Like I'm petty, so I'll read the whole thread. And I finish the entire thread, I'm like, oh, that was it? I don't even think that's a thing, you know? Like, oh, you said this, you tweeted this one thing one time, you must be a racist. Or like, you voted this way, you must be a racist. You're a whole racist by a person who doesn't know you. And I'll tell you, as like a black dude that grew up in the South, I don't think you're racist until you go to your second Klan meeting, all right? Like, look. Because maybe the first one, maybe your buddy Dale's invited you to a barbecue, all right? Everybody loves barbecue, okay? You get there, there's delicious barbecue. There's dry rib, there's sloppy, it's all happening. You see somebody put on a white hood, you're like, I don't know, a costume barbecue, that's a little odd. But you just keep eating. There's corn on the cob, there's collard greens, there's brisket, there's pulled chicken, it's all delicious. And then there's a burning cross in front of you, and you're like, I'm already here. I say this because it happened to my friend Jordan, okay? He accidentally went to a Klan rally because without knowing what I was doing, my buddy Jordan, who was about 3 years older than me, actually met Dale. And got invited to a barbecue. Turns out Klan rallies don't just start, they ease you in with a barbecue. And he was like, I know what to do, I ate all the food, I can't miss the meeting. So he stayed for the entire Klan rally and went home immediately, called me, I came over, we talked about it. Turns out a Klan rally is exactly what a Klan rally is like. There were no spoilers. But just past his head in the kitchen, I could see a to-go plate. And I was like, Jordan, Jordan, are those Klan ribs? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, can I have some? And it hurts me as a black dude that grew up in the South to say that the Klan makes the best ribs. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what kind of rub that is. Who would have known that you can't taste racism? It's delicious. Okay? It was to the point where I was like, I think you need to join. I need these every Sunday. These are amazing. Guys, I'm Josh Johnson. Thanks so much.
You know why that's hilarious to me? Just yesterday, right? The nonprofit I work with, right? We have people come in and they do community service. Like, so one of those guys, you know, he was talking about he's a grill master. Yeah, I'm a grill master. He's like, I could do anything. Right? And we start to get into different conversations about grilling. And then he brought up a point. He was like, you know what? People say white people can't cook. One thing I do know, they know what to do on that grill. I'm like, yo, I've had some barbecue from white people, and they know what they doing. It's like, yeah. And you know, and we started to talk about like, you know, how you know, white people really know what they doing. You know, when you meet that one dude, he got the he got on that big old oversized shirt. He got on some sandals. He got a beer. That man is about to kill it on that grill. Kill it. You know, so we started to talk about that. But anyways, the KKK, I didn't even know they was still a thing. But I could tell he's my age because he said he was, how old he said? He said he was 14 in 2004. I was 13 in 2004, so he's around my age. And the thing is, with Craigslist, I never really went on Craigslist until I was ready to get my own apartment. So I was on MySpace and all that other stuff. I wasn't like, so he's a really interesting dude. He was on Craigslist just reading things. Cause I remember like my older brother, he used to be on Black Planet and blah, blah, blah. And then there was AOL chat lines, but yeah, man. Racism is such a funny thing because living in Rhode Island, around my high school, college years, you know, I would go to white parties. My cousin especially enjoyed those. Like, he was always, you know, I've been to 2 major white parties and I was with him. He just loved being around white people. That was his thing. So, you know, You know, you don't. There's nothing like you don't feel. You would think that you would feel like, you know, there's some type of racism going on. You don't feel that until you're back to your natural habitat, where there's like a mixed thing, like where, you know, when you're back to the city and then you're like, you know, that's when you kind of see. But when you're invited, when your white friend in college say, hey, come hang with the guys. Come hang with the guys. We're gonna have a couple of beers, you know. We got vodka, we got Jaeger. You know, you could get us some Jaeger Master, all that bullshit. I didn't even know what that was. Anyways, you go and you don't feel it. If anything, you feel like they're a little bit infatuated by you, which I guess would be the racism. I don't fucking know. You just feel like the coolest motherfucker in the party because they bringing other motherfuckers to meet you. Hey. Tell Jared that story you just told me. Dude, it's gonna blow your mind. It's absolutely fucking insane. Dude, tell him the story you just told us. Dude, I'm telling you, you're not ready. Go ahead, man. Tell him the story about that one time you was in the hood and they shot at you, dude. What? Insane. It's absolutely fucking bonkers, man. And then you just like, yeah, I'll tell that story again. Like, yeah. I was walking down. Oh my God, dude, wait till you hit it. Go ahead, keep going, man. Like, and then you just feel but it's not always like that. Anyways, shout out to my boy Josh Johnson. He's dope. I could say these things because in my history, I've been around those people, man. Rhode Island, when you go to Jamestown, Kingston, and all these places, like, I mainly work with white people. And, you know, and me and my cousin, we had this conversation. She seems to think a lot of racist shit is happening to her. And, you know, when I was young, I used to think so too. And then I asked her a question. Do you think a lot of that might just be the people that you're dealing with or just natural assholes? Like, it might not have to do with the fact that you're black. It might just have to do with the fact that these people are just fucked up people. But a lot of times it does have to do with your race, though. I've been through it, but we'll see. But Catfishing the KKK is wild. Oh, Denzel Washington's son. He played, what was it, The Klansman? That was a pretty cool movie. So that's kind of like the same thing, right? Anyways, y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. Let me know what's next from Josh Johnson, and I got you, all right? If you made it this far, don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel, and, you know, if you want to, become a member. I would appreciate it. I'll see y'all in the next one, and guess what? You better be there. Peace.